sitting down with Tadgh O'Meara from Kish Fish. Nice to see you. How's trade at the moment, Tadgh?
Yeah, good. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, we're happy enough. Difficult enough. People getting back to normal and restaurants opening up and reopening, which we're delighted to see.
And with all the growth of your retail business over the last sort of 18 months, what have you learned from that?
Well, it had been very good, very busy for us. What we did get out of it, I suppose, from the outset, that a lot of our elder customers couldn't get into our shops.
Yes.
So we just set up an online side of it, and that's working out quite well. And has
that surprised you?
Yes, it was something that it's something that we initially actually made a decision not to go into it.
Yes.
So now we're into it by default, and we're happy enough to be there now. You know, so that's an ongoing thing.
And what advice would you give to somebody who's exactly that, thinking, I'm not sure should I be in it now? Would you got into it early if you'd known?
I'd certainly try it. Yeah, it seems to be the way forward. All right. Yeah. It's something that has to be managed on a day-to-day business. You can't take your eye off it.
Because your product's obviously fresh fish.
It's a fresh fish.
There's no shelf life, really. We're talking about.
Well, it's better than what you might think. But but yes, it is fresh fish. We are, and also we'd have a added value range as well, which we've started. So
Bailey and Kish.
Bailey and Kish. We've a smoked salmon range, Bailey and Kish, and also we're doing added value meals from our kitchen out in the Hope.
But not under Bailey and Kish.
Not under Bailey and Kish.
Just back to Bailey and Kish. You know, how well has that gone for you?
It's gone very well now. It's very much at its infancy.
Yes.
I suppose the history behind it was that years and years ago, my dad had a smoked fish facility in Bow Street, but we got away from that back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So that expertise was there. We got back into it with a purchase of a facility in Hope. So then, I suppose, good work with yourselves. We came up with the Bailey and Kish brand, Andrew. Kish Fish is obviously from the Lighthouse, and we used the Bailey Lighthouse as well, just to give it that nod.
And does it give you confidence to develop more brands and to get more?
Oh yeah, very much so. Because from our kitchen, like one of the things with the lockdown was our restaurant out in the Hope was closed down, so we used our staff to do chowders and pies and all that type of stuff, and that's growing quite well. We're doing a lot of own brand stuff for different customers as well outside, and I believe we'll do well with our wholesale customers out of that. So that's something that we hope to develop now.
Brilliant. And with meat getting a bit of battering, are you seeing fish sales grow much?
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't put it down to meat alone. I just think there's a general health. People like to eat fish.
They've often been afraid of it though.
They're not being afraid of it. There's a lot more varieties. People are better travelled. And then there's the whole health side of it as well, Andrew.
Yeah. So in terms of innovating new products, and obviously we're developing your smoked salmon and your meals, what have you learned along the way, sort of tricks that you might like to share that makes it easier for people to develop new products?
Well, I suppose a little bit of research anyway to see what products you want to go with. And what we felt that we kind of took 2 steps forward, and then we realised that it was a bigger project than it was. So we took a step back, and that's when we engaged with yourselves. And then we developed the suite of our smoked range between a hot smoked salmon and our cold smoked or organic fish, all of that type of stuff. So now that we have a good base and a good platform, and we're very happy with the packaging and the branding behind it, but now it's time that we can press on.
And you've also put your toe into sort of digital marketing and social media.
Yeah.
How's that been received within the company?
No, very positive. Yeah, very positive. Yeah, everybody's on board with it, because I suppose before we actually did, like, it was suggested, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? And we listened, and here we are.
And has it brought people in the company together more? Than they share more things?
Yes, absolutely. It has its challenges as well, but absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
But you're delighted you put your toe in the water.
We're delighted we put our toe in the water. Yeah.
So if we were sitting here in sort of 3 to 5 years, Tadgh, what do you think your online business could be? How ambitious are you for it?
Well, it's something that we're going to be. Well, we are. I believe it's the way forward, and the way I would perceive it, like, we have 4 retail shops at the moment, and the way I would perceive it is it'll be a 5th retail shop. Even though, so that's what we're going. That's how we're planning to treat it now going forward.
That's very interesting. So you will see this legitimately as another retail outlet.
Yes.
And resource it, manage it,
and that. Yeah. I suppose the challenging part for us would be because it would be the actual distribution of the fish. You know, we do it within our own vans.
Yes.
So, which was fine during the lockdown.
Yes.
But I suppose one of the challenges is now what's going to happen now that the restaurants are back on. So our distribution might be diluted a little bit. So these are some of the key challenges that we're going to have.
They're nice challenges to have.
Oh yeah. But we recognise that now, and we hope to keep.
And just finally, as you look out also into the future, what trends are you seeing? What issues are you seeing that are good for Kish Fish?
Well, I suppose the challenges at the moment will be actually sourcing the fish. It's always going to be a challenge for us, but we're very well placed.
Yeah.
And also, so that would probably be the main. And then, of course, at this time, which I do believe will be after about 6 or 8 months, should be a bit better, is actually employment as well. It's quite difficult at the moment to get staff back in.
I'd always have assumed fish was not a problem, sourcing fish, but you're saying no.
Well, it is a problem. It's actually the catching of the fish. You know, like with Brexit and all that, we buy a lot of stuff out of the UK when we can't get it here in Ireland. You know.
Very good.
So there are some challenges.
So challenges, but nothing unsurmountable, and
no, not
with
at
a
all.
strong brand behind you.
We have a strong brand, and we're well established. Like we're nearly 55 years established in the business, so we're well. We're in a very strong position.
Listen, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Nice to talk to you.
All right.
And we've enjoyed being on the journey with you.
Yeah.
And we look
it's
forward
not over yet.
No, we know it's not over. It's like surfing a wave. You've got to wait.
Surfing the wave.
We're waiting for them to come back in.
Exactly.
And but we always have our boards ready, you know.
Yeah, very good.
Thanks a lot, Tadgh.
No problem. Cheers.
Great.